Hello and welcome back to Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Last time we went through a challenge that was quite uncomfortable for us. We were, blind the whole time, stumbling about by vague sight and sound. So who knows what we're going to have to face next in here.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder, the second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him, only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Okay. On a dock out into the stormy sea. That's an interesting tower. Can we not let this down? Okay, there we go. Okay. I'll have to bounce back and forth between the two. Well, we'll have to figure out how to get there and get back to where the world is repaired. Because I'm sure this gate will be inconvenient for us, since it's not broken down. What have we here?
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, and swear an oath not to harm her sons. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
So.
You can. You need the runes to fight Dillion. You need Dillion. He's waiting for you. He always said he's close. He's close. He loves you. Calling you. Dillion. Dillion, we're here. Dillion. We're nearly here. She can't open the gate. It's locked. Try harder. She will.
So the story of Baldur is one of those that I always have very mixed feelings on. Because, yeah, Loki's kind of a prick in it, but the god's reaction to everything just makes it all worse in the end. Because really, that's what leads to, in the end, basically, Ragnarok happens because of it. Let's switch back to the other world. And see what we can find.
Bridge. You've come this far, but the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it.
Let's see. I think we need to head down that other path and drop the bridge down over there. Yeah, I guess we headed back a little too early. We haven't found any indications for where the rune we're looking for might be. Because we see the fragments of it whenever we get close enough to a location where that would be. I'm betting it's in the other world. Ugh. Our arm looks disgusting. Okay, back into this world.
The gate is open. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. He led you astray. You should have listened to your father when you had the chance. Listen to him. This love has tortured you. Dillion, there he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go quickly. Dillion, don't lose him. Way too many times. Please let him disappear. Dillion, there he is. Quick.
Yeah, nothing we're gonna be able to do about that.
Where is he? Where's he going? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the world. He's in the other one.
That one still has the chain around it, so we can't open it. Of course.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the glow. Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
That looks like it could almost fit.
He's the reason she's alive at all.
But it's not activating, so probably not.
Do you remember what it was to touch him?
Oh. There we go.
Senua. Why isn't he here? He's gone. He's in the dark world. You can't go up there. You can't go up. Not in this world.
Okay.
Dillion didn't believe in the curse. Dillion believed in you.
get this open.
Do you remember the smell of his neck? Dillion's in the tower. He's there.
So we have a way around now. And we want to see that other rune before we head on, just in case.
Do you think she remembers him? He saw who she could be. He saw who she really
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Balder's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
Yeah, don't underestimate stuff. What you perceive as harmless might be anything but that, if used the right way. Wait, was it in this world that the rune was, or was that the other world? Let's head up there and open it just to make sure. Oh, looks like we can open it here. And a locked gate, which I bet will be broken when we go into the other world. I mean, the story of Baldur is interesting in that it's really when Loki became a villain, because before that he was more of just an anti-hero. Because he got the gods out of any number of scraps that they wouldn't have been able to handle without him. I'm sure he regrets getting them out of those scraps. So that gate's open. Looks like we can push through this one. Yep, Shane's gone.
Where are you taking us? He's up there. There's a way deeper. There's a way up there. She can do this. She finds us there.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taken home. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Kill the things that are most precious to you.
What is this? Those voices are getting a little intense. Let's see, there's got to be some angle that we see it from. That gives us a path. That's pretty close.
Can I remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the thing she loves.
She destroys the thing she loves.
There we go. And we have our way up.
You are guilty. Was it worth it?
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on the ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her wings. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Yeah, when they put Hoof to death, I've always found that incredibly stupid. Just, oh, you know, the blind god did it, let's kill him. Oh wait, it wasn't his fault. They find out after he's dead.
She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillion. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zimbo and her parents, and Dillion, future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
All right. Let's check up here before we use the mask.
You broke him. You killed him. You couldn't
Another
save
mask
him.
up here. Alright, what's it gonna be?
You had that loved you. You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it. The curse cannot be undone.
There's one.
Hasten it. Have no time for this. Speed up. Trials to distract you. They'll set you up, and now they're going to watch you.
Yep, can't go through there. Yeah, looks like we'll have to be in the other world to get around that.
Everything gets broken at the end. You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
Where is this gonna be? somewhere back there.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Baldur stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur. Weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in the cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
And you'll notice how it's the beautiful god that they do that for, and the other god, the blind god, they're like, yeah, let him stay dead. We don't care about him, because he's not a pretty boy. Let's see. Yeah, we'll need to go into the other world to get that. Yeah, I'm not sure where this rune is.
I saw that she was strong.
Oh. That's the inverse of it. Which means, where's that light coming from? Or, oh, we need to get to the other side of that.
The curse. Now the darkness is swallowing them
I think that's just a trick of the light. Okay.
She thought she had light within her. She is pure darkness.
Alright, let's get this rune.
What if this is pointless? What are you doing? Why did you think
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Yep, and the gods just refuse to acknowledge when someone is gone, and end up killing a lot of the other gods because one god was gone. Brilliant move. Arrow.
he was the only
There we go.
She's doing it. You're special. She thinks she they mean nothing. Special.
And we're through.
What if the gods are messing with her? It would have last time.
Yep, this seems really safe.
Dillion!
And of course we're gonna go across in this world rather than the one in which it's repaired.
Much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbao. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly
Nearly lost it there.
began to unravel. You're going to fall, careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
And we're across. Different perspectives trophy.
Senua, your father cannot understand the darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the man looks like. Or a dark room with a cloudy light.
That would be true.
So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world? You, only you can see, just to be rid of your nightmares. Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
I lived for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? To do this. What if we're wrong? The soul will never be lost. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again.
Well, we were going to call it there for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll join us in the next